you want to make sure you have enough strips right there. These are custom cut to catch bonitas out here. Bonitas are really the best base to make strips out of because the skin is so tough, you know. It'll stay on the hook and it will not rip off. Also, it helps to salt them. It also toughens the meat and everything up, so it's a lot harder to come off. Just like this. Make sure it's nice and straight on there. All right, the straighter it is, the better it looks in the water. It swims just like a real fish. Go ahead, cover up your hooks and your terminal tackle with the sea witch. The other reason I like the long shank hooks is because fish with teeth, you know, they're less likely to chop off all your terminal tackle rather than just bringing in line or the fish. Helps a lot. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this one out. Again, you wanna turn the boat. You wanna make sure it's the other way so they don't come together and get twisted up. Again, you can use anywhere from 50 to 100 feet leaders. If you notice you're getting bites on longer leaders, you probably wanna lengthen everything up. Make sure your planer's straight, drop it in the water. Let it out. We let them out, probably typically you can go by seconds. Anywhere, this one will probably be 15 to 30 seconds out. Lock it up. Just make sure it's a lot shorter than your long planer. Can't stress that enough. You gotta have a distance between your planers, or else you're gonna have a big mess. So right now I'm putting out another surface bait. We like to use a strip on a nice long mono leader for either mahi, sailfish, tuna. Pretty much everything eats them, man. They're like the M&Ms of the ocean. Everything likes them. So again, fishing pink. The tunas and all that kind of fish like different colors. Pink's a really good color. Get most of my bites on pink. You could either fish a white side strip or a darker one. It doesn't really matter, unless you notice yourself getting more bites on a darker strip than the lighter one. This is just the silver part of the Bonita. There's a darker part too. It also makes a difference with the color of the sea witch or the skirt. I like to fish probably like 5 or 6 feet of leader, sometimes even longer, you know, especially if you're trying to catch billfish, because they got such a long bill that they have a higher chance of fraying up the leader and busting you off. So you always want to have a good amount of leader to keep your bait away from the terminal tackle, like your swivel or whatever you're using to keep your line from twisting up when you're trolling. Okay, we have on our rods, we have ball bearing snap swivels. I can't stress this enough. Ball bearing snap swivels allow the bait to spin freely under the water so it doesn't twist up your line or whatnot. Ball bearing snap swivel. This is a key and a must trolling here. Keeping your line and everything straight. Go ahead, connect your bait. We'll go ahead and we'll fire this one up the rigger and send it out. Sometimes it depends. When there's highlight condition, when it's really sunny out, if you're trolling, you probably want to fish your baits further back. You know, fish get really spooky when it's clear out, so the longer you let it out, probably the better amount of bites you'll get. You also want to keep your clicker on when you're letting your baits out. It keeps it from backlashing or free spooling or anything bad happening. Again, connect it to your outrigger clip. It's got enough tension on there to where if it snags seaweed, it won't just pull off the clip. It's got to be a fish to pull release from the clip. If you notice your rod's bending a little bit, but it's not pulling off the clip or it's a little bit heavy, look back there. You probably got weed on it. Again, you're not going to get a bite. You got a big clump of weed on there. Fish don't like seaweed. Go ahead, free spool it. Let it ride out. Shake on that outrigger. Perfect, thank you. All right. Probably let it out like 50, 60 yards. You want to make sure they're way behind your planters. Gosh forbid you have a fish come up on your planter and end up right on top of your long, mess up your leader, and more than likely get tangled up. I mean, if you have a rocket launcher, you can fish your rods right out of the rocket launcher. You can fish them out of the gunnels. It all depends. If you fish them out of the gunnels, it gives you more room back here to walk around, not get tangled up on everything. But I like to have everything right here within my reach and sight, because you never know when you're going to get that bite on which rod. You want to have your eye on every line. Grab the leader. Maybe do a wrap. Big ass Bonita. All right, now I can do this. All right. Alright, so when you're bringing in the fish, you want to make sure you keep the line outside the boat. Keeps all the line from getting tangled on your feet. Gosh forbid, the fish goes to run, gets tangled around your feet, you lose it or something bad happens, hurt yourself. A lot of people use gloves. I noticed the gloves get wrapped up, tangled around your hand. Take a couple wraps. There you go. Woo! Another product of the blue spoon right there. Can't stress to you how good this bait is right here. Go ahead, grab them. De-hook your spoon. And you're ready to go fishing again.